Bop! Howdy hey! This is Frakbox, and I'm here just playing Pokemon Crystal in Italian, a language that I do not speak. So in the last episode, we got into a battle with the Rocket Executive, if I remember correctly. He gave us the key to the Underground. If my knowledge of Italian is correct, I think I actually had to look it up. I know the word in Spanish for key, but I don't know the word in Italian for key. I assume it's similar. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It's been a while since I recorded the last episode, so you'll have to forgive me if my knowledge of my own self is lacking. So in this edition, your Pokemon will actually faint if you don't get to a Pokemon Center. So we have 19 steps. That should be well enough to get to the Pokemon Center. So a lot of things have happened since the last recording, which was, I think, a couple of weeks ago. I have returned back to my normal day job. I'm on the phones most of the time, so those of you who are worried about the... I say this all the time. I always forget it every single time. I have to, like, jog my memory. As the Game Grumps call it, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour of 2020. Luckily, I'm away from customers the grand majority of the time. Why did I open that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Let's see here. Who do I want to level up? Jolteon. I gotta remember what Pokemon are in the Underground, because I don't... I think I already... Did I already battle them in there? I think I have to go into the department store, don't I? Yeah, I have to go into the department store. Do I need something that knows Strength? Do I have a Pokemon that knows Strength? Forza, that's Strength. Okay. Let us go. So yeah, I'm back to work. I don't have to work with customers face-to-face the grand majority of the time since I'm... I think I have to take the elevator since I work on the phones, which is great. Things are actually... Oh. Is it... That's the ground floor. Yeah, so PT, I think it's like piso terrano, something like that, like ground floor. That's what it would be in Spanish, so I assume this is the very basement floor. Which I think in the English version they would have just called basement, if I remember correctly. I forget what I was talking about, but things are actually looking pretty up at the moment. I've had a hard time finding motivation to record, mainly because it's just, a lot of stuff going on, and we got the new puppy, so it's hard to just find time. Oh, I have to hit switches, don't I? Oh my gosh. Oh, right. Okay, so this is where I exit the dungeon. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. I am half remembering all this. But things are going pretty well for the most part. I'm actually in a pretty financially secure spot. I have plans to... Well, I was planning on getting the... Where am I going? I thought I had to go here. Or there's a second entrance to the Underground, isn't there? Which is, I think, over here? No, that's the train. I think. Is that the train? Oh, this is the other Underground. Okay. Forgetting the layout of the city. So I already faced these trainers, as you remember in an earlier episode. So yeah, my financial situation is going pretty well. I was going to buy the new Xbox. The Xbox Series X or whatever. But Nvidia came out with plans to release their... Oh, we're having a rival battle. They had plans to release their new Ampere cards. So I can get a really good card for like $500 when that eventually releases, which by the time this episode comes out will be about the time they're available. However, I don't really think I want to build a computer. I could probably find the time, but I'd rather just pick something up, I should say, and just use it, So my current plan... Oh, good, Flying-type Pokemon. Excellent. Okay, I'm just remembering all the attacks. Corpocola, that's Tail Whip, Rapid Attack, and okay. So my plan is the current computer that I have doing the recording right now, it has an Elgato that connects to the PCIe slot. So basically, it connects to the actual there's an actual slot for the Elgato in my computer that I can like plug. That's connected, so it's not connected through USB. It's connected using a much faster method. Suffice it to say. So this computer makes a really good recording computer. And for those of you who may say, well, I mean, you do gaming on this computer, right? Yeah, I do, but it has like a black screen issue that I've mentioned before. So my plan is to make this computer exclusively a recording and editing video computer, which it does flawlessly. Never has a black screen issue when I do any of that. And then use another computer specifically for gaming, which means I don't need to spend as much money on a gaming computer because I won't have to do recording with that. Oh, this is a bad idea. Let's just do this. So I won't have to do. I won't have to have that computer do recording and playing the game at the same time. Oh, this is bad. Which means I have two computers doing two separate functions at the same time. So I can get away with not having like the most powerful gaming computer, if that makes sense. I'm not sure how streamers. Oh, this is bad. I'm not sure how streamers nowadays do that. They might actually do a similar system where they have two computers. One's doing the recording, one's doing the actual gameplay. But that should save me a lot of headache in the future, because this computer is really not stable for doing games. If you've watched our Halo 3 for PC Let's Play, we talk all the time about how the computer crashes all the time. Okay, I'm gonna switch Pokemon. There's just no need to put my poor Jolteon through this. Who's a good Pokemon to send out? Nidoking? Do you know any fighting type moves? Hold on, let's check what you know. It's a good thing that these battles. I do know a fighting type move. Perfect. Okay. And then he's a ground type Pokemon, so he should be good against electric type moves if it has it. But you're going to use Sonic Boom for some reason. Okay. Dopicolacchio. Oh, anyway, so that's my plan. Again, I was planning on getting the Xbox Series X, just because I've kind of stuck with Xbox through the years. I don't really think of myself as like in one camp as far as like PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Switch. Oh, I didn't see what it was. Oh well, this is probably good. Sneasel? Oh yeah, we're fine. Yeah, so I don't really see myself as in one camp or the other. I just kind of like I like to have multiple systems to basically give me a large overlap. So I've got my Nintendo systems, my Nintendo Switch, which basically covers that. And I find myself playing the Switch a lot more often, because there's a lot more games that I like playing on the Switch. But for the games that I do like playing on PC, I just want to be able to, like, do it. So my current gaming setup is just not good enough for doing that worry-free. It's a lot easier to record off of... oh, darn. It's a lot easier to record off of game systems for me than it is to record the PC. And I think that's true for pretty much everyone, right? So everyone who gets into this. Well, I mean, as computers are getting more powerful, that's getting less and less true, but so long as you have a capture card, you can pretty much record anything you want. Oh, I'm sorry, I was going into autopilot here. Who should we send out? Oh, I can't stop it. Oh, I can't stop it. Yeah, okay, so autopilot's not good all the time. So yeah, I mean... Yeah, because I mean, with an Elgato, I can just plug in the HDMI and call it good. So it'd be nice to have that same level of reliability with recording PC games. And I have been kind of, even though I've been playing a lot more Nintendo Switch games lately, and I'd like to play more games on the Nintendo Switch, I really like using a mouse and keyboard. So, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Body slam. Yeah, we're paralyzed. Okay, so do we know... That's Fly. Okay, that's Sanguisuga. Okay. So it would just be nice to have that. And it's unfortunately, something like that is going to cost me probably around $1,000, maybe more. But I think it's worth it. Mainly because if I was going to buy the Xbox Series X anyway, I think they just announced the price, or the price was leaked, I should say, and it was about $600, which, I mean, I could have done, I could do, because I have been planning for purchasing, I'd been planning for purchasing around like $500, but I over-prepared, so you could just use the Best Buy credit card and, you know, just pick up a computer. I've been doing some computer shopping to see what's around right now. Oh man, this is close. See what's around right now. And I've almost pulled the trigger a couple of times as far as getting a new computer, but I really want to wait until these new cards come out. Because then, you know, because $500 for a graphics card, especially like one of the more powerful ones. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, this is bad. This is bad, this is bad. Okay, we're not going to hit first. We might have to just hope that they miss. Okay. Nope, they're not going to miss. Okay, that's too bad. Darn. I did a lot of work to make that Crobat like me, too. Okay, we have to hit first. And I think we have... Okay, so this one's speed should be enough. I'm just remembering... Okay, this one's a bug-type move, so that's probably the best to use. Perfect, okay. Excellent. So as you can see, I named the ferret Caminar, which is to walk in Spanish. If you didn't watch the last episode... Oh, good, okay, yeah, so we should be good, because ghost-type moves don't hit... Let's see, that's a male? Well, let's go ahead and use Attract. Let's make the ghost like us, I guess. Yeah, so that's a meme, essentially, if you didn't see the last episode. Okay, here we go. So now we can just wail away on this thing. Okay, so it's Poison and Ghost. Rollout is... Let's see, that's normal, so we can't use that one. Let's go Fury Cutter. Why not? Okay, we're going to build up this Fury Cutter quite a bit. Okay, we can't escape. That's fine, because we have an advantage anyway. So most of its moves can't even hit us, so... let's see, anything else worth mentioning? Oh, things are going pretty well. Oh... We do not have the advantage. Okay, so we're going to have to win this battle with... Oof, 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 oof. Okay, we have to win this battle. You know what? Yep, a la ombre. Okay, so that doesn't affect us because it's a ghost type move. Let's just go roll out. We're locked into what we're doing anyway, so we might as well just go until we faint. We don't have a choice. I think they only have like maybe 2 or 3 more Pokemon left over anyway. Although I've used up most of my more powerful ones, they're pretty injured right now. During battles, I don't usually like to use items. Oh, we won! What? I thought he had more Pokemon. Okay, I guess they're fine. Cool. Yep. Cool. Well, I guess it did use a lot of our resources, so I can't really complain all that much. Let's see here. We should probably take a visit to the Pokemon Center. So, oh, I know what's worth mentioning. So, I have a laptop that used to be basically my daily driver. And in fact, when we started doing videos on the YouTube channel, it was my primary recording device. I would plug a video capture device into it, and I would also do my video editing on it. And you shouldn't really do video editing on a laptop unless you're doing, you know, like Windows Movie Maker or something. And even then, you know, it's just the sustained overheating that can happen. A computer, like a desktop computer, can handle that. But you really shouldn't be doing that on a laptop, because laptops are really only made to like go full bore for performance for a very short amount of time, doing, you know, short sprints. Whereas a desktop computer can handle going full bore for much longer. So you're not going to damage it doing that. So video editing uses a whole bunch of energy, uses a whole bunch of processing power constantly, like consistently, throughout the entire operation. So you should really not do video editing. Anyway, I've driven home that point enough. But I mean, back then we weren't doing all that much that required that, so we were okay. I was just, you know, slapping an intro. I don't even think I had an intro during that time. Slapping an intro, slapping an outro. I think mostly it was actually just converting the audio, because I had to record the audio separately because the video capture device I had was just so bad. I couldn't control the audio all that much, so I had to like re-edit them together. So it wasn't really all that much like serious edits. I wasn't doing a whole bunch. I think the most serious edit I ever did was I took video from like Mario Brothers when you jump off of Yoshi, like, and Yoshi falls into the ground or whatever, or falls into the bottomless pit. And I took the betrayal sound from Halo, like I think like Combat Evolved or something. And I made it go like betrayal, and I like edited that together. But that was only like, you know, a couple seconds. So that was like, I think the most intense edit I ever did was like timing out audio and going and grabbing that and editing, you know. And I think I also edited together like the epic Free Willy, but that was also fairly easy. That's actually one of the most viewed videos on my channel, is the epic Free Willy, which did get claimed, which is fine, because they didn't, you know, they claimed the video not in the bad way, so like in the way that if it made any money they would get the money, not in the like strike sort of way. So it's fine, I don't care. It was just like a little stupid video. So anyway, I got sidetracked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so my computer, my laptop that I was using, that I've had for a long time. It's been my daily driver. I really like this laptop. It was about $700, maybe $800, almost $800 when I picked it up. And this was like 4 or 5 years ago. No, it must have been like 6 years ago. Wow, it's getting old. But it's still a really good laptop. So I put an SSD in this laptop. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So I put an SSD in this laptop, and it's never run faster. I think I've mentioned this on the channel. But before, with this laptop, I did a whole bunch of stuff. Like I was dual booting Linux, Ubuntu, or Kubuntu, I should say, and I was also, well, no, at the time I think it was Ubuntu. Because I mean, there's, I'm gonna say there's a little difference between it. I'm gonna get like my head chewed off in the comments, but because there's obviously differences between Ubuntu and Kubuntu, and I've installed both in the past. So at the time I was using Ubuntu, but I've sort of moved more towards Kubuntu because it feels a little snappier, and I'm just more used to the KDE interface. I'm not that I'm like a Linux expert or anything, but essentially, sorry, I keep getting off track. So I am now dual booting Windows 10 and Kubuntu on this laptop, and Windows actually makes it pretty easy to do this, to be honest, because they have a utility program that allows you to alter the partition on your hard drive within Windows. So long as there's no data being stored in your free space, you can actually, without having to reformat your entire drive, you can just make a partition out of your free space within Windows. And I'm not sure if that's something you have to have NTSF as your format for. I'm getting a little too far into this. So suffice it to say, I have like a terabyte SSD that I put in this, and I decided to give about 100 gigabytes to Kubuntu. So yeah, SSDs are wonderful, is the moral of the story, I guess. Because I noticed that Windows 10 was running really quickly with an SSD. I'm a believer in SSDs now. Like it's ridiculous just how great SSDs are. So I'm gonna test out Kubuntu and see what I can do with it. Now that I have an SSD, I would imagine that anything I do is going to be just basically as fast as doing it with Windows. It's great because, like with Linux now, there's a lot of support for gaming, and so I could install Steam, and I could actually see which programs run better on, say, Windows versus Kubuntu. I have a feeling that some of my games, especially the Valve ones are going to run better on Kubuntu than it will on Windows, just because there's less overhead. The operating system's not stealing everything as far as the resources. So, oh, this is a puzzle, isn't it? Let's go ahead and solve the puzzle in the next episode. So this is Frakbox, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.